Hi, everyone, this is the Encyclopedia Channel. The book that this program interprets for you is Focal Point, a proven system to simplify your life, double your productivity, and achieve all your goals. The author of this book, Tracy, is a corporate trainer, personal career development planner, and a successful speaker. World-class business leaders such as Bill Gates, Welch, and Buffett have accepted his leadership management ideas. Today, Tracy's research results and ideas have been used by more than 1,000 global multinational companies. And this book is a refined guide written by him for everyone. So in his eyes, what are the qualities of highly effective people? How do they improve life and work efficiency? And how to use leverage to make life richer? After listening to this program, I hope to inspire you. The author believes that highly effective people have these excellent qualities, such as punctuality, excellent time management, self-discipline, undivided attention, fulfilling commitments, and deliberation. I believe that by comparing these qualities with yourself, you will be able to find out what qualities you lack the most. You will find that these qualities have nothing to do with talent, they can be cultivated, and these qualities have nothing to do with extroverted personality, and do not involve social skills or leadership. You can focus on improving the quality you lack, and develop corresponding habits based on this quality. For you, this will be the most effective change. Trish also believes that thought is creative and that what you thought in the past is the reason you are where you are now. Everything we do today is guided by our own thoughts. The quality of our future living environment depends on the things we pay attention to. Why are some people more successful than others? Because successful people think differently, they have different judgments about what matters. Fortunately, if you start thinking the way successful people think now, you'll be able to experience the joy of success in no time. All habits can be learned and developed. If you are willing to spend time studying one thing, then your ability will be improved. So, what is it that counts for a successful and efficient life? In Tracy's view, there are 12 key points for an efficient life, such as release your full potential, double your work efficiency, simplify your life, discover your most precious resources, implement a personal strategic plan, achieve your own career, improve your family and personal life, achieve financial independence, have a healthy body, achieve everything you can achieve, make yourself stand out from the crowd, grow your mind and calm your mind. It doesn't matter if you can't remember so many items. When he discussed these 12 points, he repeatedly mentioned 3 key words in almost every point. They are also the key to doubling your income and time. These 3 points are simplification, multiple growth, and use leverage. In this issue of interpretation, we will focus on these 3 keywords. First part. Let's talk about the concept of simplification first. Simplifying this concept is not only a single key point, but also mainly reflected in doubling work efficiency, implementing personal strategic plans, improving family and personal life, achieving spiritual growth and inner peace, these key points. My reading experience is that efficiency and simplification are 2 concepts that complement each other. Simplification is also the word that can most significantly improve our working and living conditions, so it is put at the top. The purpose of an efficient life is not to do many things, but to have more time to do important things well. Therefore, this requires us to simplify those unimportant things. You need to constantly reduce and eliminate activities that take up too much of your time and are not beneficial to achieving your goals. There are only so many hours in a day. Try not to do those low-value things, and you will have more time to do those things that are really valuable. If a habit is low value or even harmful, you must stop those habits that have been formed over the years. If a job is low value, if you are satisfied with the status quo, then it doesn't matter, you can keep it. But if you want to achieve a high efficiency and successful life, even if this job is what you are good at, I suggest you change this job. In order to simplify the workflow, Trish proposed the law of complexity. The law of complexity says that the complexity of a job is equal to the square of the steps required for that job. In other words, the more complicated the process of a matter, the greater the potential cost, time, and possibility of error. For example, if you decide you want to make a personal call, there is only 1 step. The complexity factor for this job is 1. 1 squared is the same as 1 multiplied by 1, so the complexity factor of your phone call is 1. However, if you ask someone else to make a call for you, then you have to add one step and become two steps. The complexity of the job is 2 squared, or 4. This means that your time, energy, and other costs and the possibility of making mistakes will increase from 1 to 4. If you ask someone to have a third-party call for you, it's a 9 on the complication level. By analogy, the complexity of work divided into 10 steps is the square of 10, which is 100. As the number of work steps increases, the complexity of the work increases exponentially. After understanding the law of complexity, we can apply it in reverse to our work and life. That is to say, if you reduce the steps of the work, the complexity of the work will decrease exponentially. This is a great example of how simplification can double your productivity and help you implement your personal strategic plan. In the book, Trish cites an example of great benefits brought about by simplification. A large life insurance company encountered a problem. The company received a life insurance application, and it usually took 6 weeks to respond to the approval result of the policy. During this time waiting for a response, the company typically loses a large number of potential customers to other insurance companies. A consulting company helped optimize the process. The consultant found that each part of the policy had to be checked and approved by one person. The application process of the policy had to go through 22 hands and 22 different procedures. No wonder the whole process took 6 weeks. In fact, the total time required for these 22 people to approve the policy is only 1 hour. In the end, the insurance company simplified the work procedures. They handed over the first 21 procedures to one person, and the second person only checked the work of the first person. As a result, the company shortened the approval time from 6 weeks to 24 hours. With all other operating strategies remaining the same, the company's insurance business increased by more than $1 billion. Citibank also used this method to shorten the turnaround time from 6 weeks to 24 hours. This speed far exceeds that of its peers, making Citibank the financial institution of choice for Americans when purchasing home loans. This change has increased Citibank's business by hundreds of millions of dollars. Not just in companies, but on an individual level, simplification can also be applied to this critical point in the home and personal life. Trish believes that, first of all, you have to make a list of the steps from the beginning to the end of a thing, and re-examine whether each step is necessary. You can set a goal, such as reducing the number of steps in this event by 30%. During this process, you can ask yourself some questions. If you could do it all over again, would you do it all over again? Should this be done more often? Shouldn't that be done less? Are some things never supposed to start? You may have some answers on your mind right now. If it is a day's work process, you can review your actions for the day every night, benchmark against your work goals, and ask yourself these questions repeatedly. When you follow the simplified steps to complete these tasks, you may be surprised to find that this thing turns out to be very easy to complete. My experience is that this method of simplifying the process can also be used in life. For example, I used to feel that weekends were very busy, and I would spend a lot of time just taking care of myself. By making a list of procedures, I found that I didn't need to spend time on grooming my nails, such as applying nail polish. My nails keep growing, and the nail polish is always easy to fall off. The most important thing is that I didn't get pleasure from dressing up my nails, so I threw away all nail polish, and other supplies related to nails. I originally bought these just because I saw other girls getting their nails done. If they see their beautiful nails, they will feel happy, so this is very worthwhile, because it has psychological value. But I won't be happy because of it, so this matter is of low value to me, and I should simplify this matter from my daily life list. I also found that the same is true for dressing and makeup. If it is 100 points to be able to go on stage and appear in the camera alone, then it only takes 5 minutes to clean up myself to 90 points, and it takes 1 hour to dress up to 95 points. For that 5-point improvement, I may need a lot of procedures to make up, do hairstyles, choose clothes, and match accessories. Then in my daily life, I only need to let myself be 90 points, clean and decent. In this way, I have almost an extra hour every day to do more important things, such as work and reading. Just think about it now. If you find that you are doing low-value things, please try to stop boldly and see what happens. If you are engaging in useless social activities and small talk, stop. If you find that there is one thing that wastes a lot of your time, such as games and watching TV shows. Even if you like it, give it a try, stop, do your work, and complete your unfinished plans. It's that simple, and your life could be completely simplified overnight, becoming calmer and more efficient. So, if simplification is done well, it can double our work efficiency, better implement our personal plans, improve our family and personal life, and help achieve spiritual growth and inner peace. Next, we will turn our attention to the workplace to see how to improve our work efficiency. The second part. The second keyword, multiple growth. The concept of multiple growth can mainly help you on these key points, such as release your full potential, achieve your own career, and achieve financial independence. The multiple growth mentioned by the author in the book has two aspects. One is the multiple growth as a team. An excellent manager is a multiplication symbol. He can coordinate different types of people in a team, create a working atmosphere that improves performance, and allow ordinary people to achieve extraordinary performance, so that the results achieved by the team are several times the results achieved by individuals working independently. The key point is how to multiply one's abilities. Tracy provided a tool, the 1000% rule. The principle of the 1000% rule is very simple. It can be summed up in one sentence: through continuous small progress, anyone can achieve a huge leap in a short period of time. How to do it? Please answer this question. Can you increase your work output by 1000 within 24 hours? In fact, you only need to do one high-value thing for a few minutes to achieve this goal. By setting goals, prioritizing them, and focusing on more valuable things, anyone can improve their overall productivity and performance by at least 1000 in the next 24 hours. If you do these things with your heart, many people can actually achieve several times the effect. If you can increase your production performance and output by 0.1% every day, 5 working days a week, you can improve 0.5% every week. After 4 weeks, it is 2%. If calculated on a 52-week basis, your productivity will be 26% higher than at the beginning of the year. Increase production efficiency by 26% within 1 year, and within 2.7 years, you can double your entire production efficiency. If you keep learning, allowing yourself to grow, and become more and more productive, you will increase your level by 26% every year for 10 years, then your overall productivity will increase by 1004%. Since we live in a value-based society, when you improve your ability to create value, your income will also increase. If you really increase your overall production efficiency by 1004%, then your income will eventually match the value you create. Many people don't know this truth, but if they insist on new day by day and make progress every day, then the 1000% rule will definitely work. Trish mentioned in the book that many students came back to him after 4 to 6 years and told him that they used this law to double their income tenfold in just a few years. Whenever they mention this, they will be surprised. In fact, the reason is very simple. It is precisely because of their small and incremental progress every day that they stand at the highest peak of their field in such a short period of time. This 1000% rule can bring great returns to people, not just because the person has made progress in the professional field, but because this principle conforms to the law of increasing returns. For every effort you make to improve productivity, the new skills you learn will have a compound effect on other dimensions of your work, allowing you to make progress in the job at hand and in other areas. When you can better control your time, you will be more efficient in serving customers, and you will be more competitive and efficient in other aspects of your career, such as getting other opportunities to showcase, such as representing the company to attend some occasions, and these opportunities will bring you a new room for leaps and bounds, and every improvement will bring other improvements. But remember, all good things happen because of the 1000th improvement that you are willing to stick to every day in the beginning. 1000th improvement every day sounds a bit abstract, but how do you turn progress into a daily habit? Trish offers some advice that works for most people. First, to practice the 1000% rule is to increase the value of each of your actions and concentrate your time on the most valuable work. Choose a job that will positively impact your life and make it the first thing in your mind every morning. You can get up 2 hours early, and then spend 1 hour reading materials in your field, such as intensive reading of your professional classics, or reciting a foreign language by dictation. This is your golden hour, which will set an efficient tone for your life that day. Second, make a daily plan in advance. Every day before you head out, take a few minutes to write down your goals for the day in a notebook. Trish reminds that these goals should be in the present continuous tense, as if you were doing it. For example, instead of "I'm meeting a new client," you could write "I'm talking to a new client." Doing this will make you hypersensitized to your goals every day, ready to grab opportunities as soon as they arise that might lead to your goals. Listen to the program while driving or commuting, and let the vehicle you take become a mobile classroom or a classroom on wheels. Third, you treat everyone you meet like a millionaire customer. You treat your coworkers like valuable customers. Don't forget that your family is the most important thing. Forming a friendly relationship with people around you will also help you adjust to a happy working state and avoid meaningless internal friction. One day you will find that many difficult solutions are actually in the hands of people around you. Fourth, take the initiative to summarize after finishing everything. It is not necessary to write a long summary for the summary. It is enough to ask yourself 2 questions. 1. What did I do right? Second, what else should I do in the future to make me stand out? Do not underestimate this. If you ask yourself these 2 questions every day, you will have a strong motivation and enthusiasm to try new things. Your mind will become more active and creative. They will allow you to maximize the lessons you learn from everything you do, and greatly accelerate your learning speed. Earlier we said that multiple growth can help release your full potential, achieve your own career, and achieve financial independence. In fact, the first 2 points, simplification and multiple growth, are all about how to achieve efficiency from an internal perspective. Let me talk about how Trish thinks you should use leverage to work efficiently with external resources. The third part. The third key word is leverage. This point is mainly reflected in discovering your most precious resources, achieving everything you can achieve, and making yourself stand out from the crowd. These are the key points. This word can be said to be a word that changed the life of the author Tracy. We have to start with Tracy's personal experience in his early years. Trish dropped out of school very early. He said that when he was young, he was a poor boy. Because he had no education and no skills, he lived in poverty, had no friends, worked very hard, and was unemployed for 5 months every year. Although life is bad, but fortunately the young Trish did not complain. He has been thinking about a question: why are some people so successful? Trish tried to find the answer in various books. He read many biographies and philosophical works. Finally, he read Aristotle's principle of causality. The law of cause and effect holds that every effect corresponds to one or more specific causes. It shows that everything happens for a reason. Tracy thought, then moving to personal life, a person's success and failure in career and life are not accidental, but have reasons. Where there is a reason, there will be a result. In the eyes of the young Tracy, this seemingly simple law of cause and effect made him suddenly realize the question he had been thinking about, which is why some people are so successful. Tracy believes that the law of cause and effect is actually showing us in the simplest form that if you want to achieve something, you only need to go back and see who has achieved this goal, and you should learn from the experience of those who have achieved success and do the same thing as them. If you do the same things as other successful people, then you too can be successful. You can do whatever you want in life. It's that simple, whether you are tall or short, old or young, poor or rich, male or female, educated or not, it all depends on your own actions. Through a comprehensive study of a successful senior, leverage can play a role, becoming the biggest promoter of your career, and it can also make you stand out among people in the same industry, because your goals and your role models are all extremely successful people, and your requirements for yourself and your mental state will be completely different. This is actually the first lever Tracy mentioned: learning and imitation. If you want to achieve an efficient life, you must study the experience of successful people, learn from their success, analyze the reasons for their failure, and understand their thoughts. Please start your radar and scan the lives of successful people over and over again. Please study their speeches, books, interviews, and dig out their ideas and insights. Successful people often pay a great price in money, emotion, hardship, and disappointment in order to achieve a specific goal. You can save yourself a lot of time and trouble by doing research on the experiences of successful people. Benjamin Franklin once said, "A man can buy or borrow wisdom. If he buys wisdom, he pays the full price in his personal time and fortune. If he borrows wisdom, he can make his own capital the lessons learned from the failures of others." Many great achievements in history have come from the careful study of the failures of others in the same field. In your field, who else's failure experience can benefit you a lot? This truth sounds so simple and plain that people tend to underestimate it. But in fact, many great people in history have reminded us of this truth. The British philosopher Bertrand Russell once said, "The reason why we can powerfully prove that certain things can be done is based on the fact that someone has already done it." The first lever is to learn from and imitate successful people, and the second type of lever is to borrow the energy of others. What does that mean? That is, you can borrow other people's energy, money, and social networks to bring new opportunities to yourself. Let's talk about it one by one. The first is energy. Highly effective people often seek out outsourcers for low-value activities, so that they can spend more time on activities that can bring high returns. The second is other people's money. You have to learn to integrate and utilize other people's financial resources to complete your career. Trish believes that if you are always using your own resources, then you can't succeed at all. You have to look for opportunities to borrow money from others and invest in such a way that your return will exceed the cost of your borrowed money. Of course, it was done under legal and reasonable circumstances. The third is other people's social network or other people's reputation. I don't know if you realize that everyone you know actually knows many other people, and many of them may provide the most critical help to your difficulties. Do you know who will open doors to you or introduce you to people who are right for you? Do you know who can help you achieve your goals in the shortest time? Maybe introduce you to a key person, and your life may be completely changed. Leverage is the third key to an efficient life. With good leverage, you can explore your most precious resources with the highest efficiency, achieve everything you can, and make yourself stand out from the crowd. Now, let's recap. First, simplify. Try not to do those low-value things. You will have more time to do those things that are really valuable. I have read Minimalism. If you are interested in simplifying your life and space, you can read it. Second, be good at using leverage, such as learning and imitating successful people, or borrowing other people's energy, money, wealth, and social networks to bring you new opportunities. Third, through the 1000% rule, multiple growth in personal ability can be achieved. 12 Key Points of Efficient Life is a sophisticated book. I think the most important thing about reading such a book is not the thinking tools and suggestions in the book, nor the exciting success stories. The really important part is how we do it after closing the book. The problem is that most people have seen it, but they didn't do it. At most, they just lamented the willpower and optimism of others. And some people are very optimistic and happy to change their behavior. Tracy is such a person. In the book, there is a sentence that impressed me deeply. He said, "To succeed in an unpredictable world, you must face new information that can bring you a huge advantage with an open mind from the bottom of your heart." After I know the law of cause and effect, I have no doubts in my heart. I regard it as the truth and boldly apply it to everything I try. You see, for such advanced books, this is Trish's attitude. Trish believes that his success comes from his willingness to believe in and imitate successful predecessors. At the same time, it is certainly better to realize and act on one new idea or insight than to have hundreds of ideas and not act on them. This is the end of this episode of the show. What do you think about it differently? Welcome to leave a message to discuss with everyone. Hey, if you like our channel, please subscribe us. Haha, remember to like it.